What's up, everybody? Mark with Coffee and Toys here, bringing you another G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxing and review. And let me tell you, it's been so much fun this month with my self-proclaimed Joe-tober and unboxing this plethora of G.I. Joe Classified Series figures that have been coming in. It's been taking me a while, but I have whittled the pile down. It's right down here. I've whittled it down enough that I'm almost through it. And then I just get notified that I have more classified figures shipping this coming week. I believe I have the Crimson Strike team is shipping. Chuckles might be shipping. And I have a few special orders coming in from the Far East. So be looking forward to those reviews very soon. But we are here today. I had to get a drink of my coffee. You guys haven't seen me drink coffee for a while, but I guarantee it's always over here. But today we have the latest Cobra Deluxe figure from Hasbro for the G.I. Joe Classified series. And today it is none other than Cobra Snow Serpent. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Cobra Snow Serpent is another figure that I've never really cared for that much. I've actually, when I was younger, I actually preferred the, I believe it was the Cobra Ice Viper, if I'm remembering. It came with the Cobra Wolf, I believe. I always liked that one more. I like the red mask and just the bucket helmet kind of thing. And I never was a huge fan of the Snow Serpent. Even in the modern era, I wasn't a huge fan of the Snow Serpent. I'm never generally a fan of snow-related figures just because I'm not a huge fan of snow. I love snow if I don't have to go out into it. But otherwise, I'm not a huge fan of snow. But that being said, when they announced this deluxe Snow Serpent figure, I was like, wow, this thing really looks cool. I mean, it's got a lot going on. And of course, for a deluxe figure, I think it should have a lot going on. But what we're going to do on the channel today, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. First thing we're going to do is you're going to go down and smash the like button on the video because that helps out the channel a lot and I really do appreciate it. But again, what we do is we look at the box of the figure, we talk about card art, we talk about what's included in the box, we go over the iconography specifically with the G.I. Joe Classified figures, and then because I am an out-of-box collector, for the most part, we take it out of the box and that's when the fun really begins. We accessorize the figure, we go over the figure, we do some comparisons here and there, and see what it really is all about. So, without further ado, I'll meet you over there and we're going to check out the Cobra Snow Serpent of the G.I. Joe Classified series. Okay, here we have it. G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Snow Serpent. And man, this figure is just looking awesome. And of course, as normal, this is in the plastic-free packaging that will be changing back to a plastic window in 2024, so we've been told. But for now, we have that beautiful pre-rendered image, digital art, or digital rendering rather, of the Snow Serpent fully decked out with this crazy wolf headdress on, which I think is really cool. A nice thing they added to this figure. And in the background, it looks like we might have a snow job. Of course, we know that they like to hide Easter eggs in these pictures. So, of course, we have the Snow Serpent on his board, snow job in the background. And then over here, we have what is included with the figure, which should be inside. And we have some beautiful artwork over here in the lower right-hand side of the box. Get a nice little close picture of that so you guys can see it. Very cool, very cool. And, of course, the bottom, we have Cobra Snow Serpent. Spinning it around to the side, we do see that we have number 93 in the series marching closer and closer to number 100. Very cool. Now, one thing I've never noticed before, maybe it's been there, I don't know why this little asterisk here. I don't know. Outside the asterisk, though, we have the QR code that does absolutely nothing. So Hasbro, either get rid of it or send it to the iconography page. Speaking of, we do have a smaller print of the iconography down here on the bottom with the Cobra logo. But then when we turn around to the back, that's where we really get into it. We see the Snow Serpent stands 6.4 inches, so he's actually a little bit larger than a typical G.I. Joe Classified figure. We see all the loadout he comes with, which is quite a bit. I mean, this is a lot of stuff. We get a close-up over here on the right-hand side of what his helmet looks like, and then, of course, a picture of what his front gear looks like on his torso. And we're going to go ahead and zoom in on the iconography right there, and I will throw that iconography up on the page so you can see it, and you can read what his specialties are, what his role is, his weapons and gear, and all that fun stuff. And I'm going to give you a few more seconds to look at that. And okay, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out here, and we're going to finish up on the back, spin it over to the other side. Of course, we get a beautiful picture of that artwork once again. Really, you can see the wolf eyes and the teeth, and he's holding his missile launcher and just looking very, very cool. Of course, on the bottom, we see G.I. Joe Classified Series number 93. So with that being said, we will take one final look at the front of the package. But as always, we are going to dig into this guy and see what he really is all about. Okay, here we have it, the Cobra Snow Serpent. And wow, one of the few times my background works really well with a figure when he's all white and the blue just kind of contrast it. This is a wonderful looking figure. First impressions, great figure. Does share a lot of reuse with the snow job body, specifically the legs, the bicep area. But you know what? That's to be expected. They're both snow specialists, so makes perfect sense. But let's go ahead and pick this guy up and just have a look at him. We're going to start with the head because it looks so good. So as you can see, they've done the white part of the mask with some gray highlights all the way around. We've got the brown over the kind of the goggle area, so to speak, and then this vented black piece of mask. And it looks, again, this is just another figure, at least from the head so far, that they have knocked out of the park. But moving down, you can see they've put all this winter gear on him. These are new. The upper arms are completely new. This part is shared with Snow Job. This is the exact same. They put this really cool Cobra tattoo on the side, or I shouldn't say a tattoo, but, you know, a decal that just looks awesome. And yeah, we've got the Cobra logo over on the other arm, which I believe was on the original. And then, of course, you can see he's got the web gear, and it's actually cast in black and a navy or really dark blue. Same for the paint on the belt right through here. Looks really good. The lower arms, ooh, he's very tight. The lower arms, I can't tell if this is actually Snow Job's with this extra piece of glued on. I believe that is the case. And, of course, he's got the pinless double jointed elbows. Moving down further, you can see he's got holsters for pistols, it looks like. He's got the thigh cut that's very well hidden by this. Double jointed pinless knees, just like Snow Job, and articulated boots. And then the joints, these are really tight. Left and right, up and down is a little more. Mine's very tight. I'm probably not going to mess with it. But yeah, overall, just a very good looking figure. With the wintertime quickly approaching, it's going to be really fun to get some winter shots of the Snow Serpent. I've got to make sure I post some of those when I start taking some more pictures again. I start taking them and I get out of it, but I need to take some more. These figures are just too good not to take pictures of. And of course here you can see on the back they've added that dark gray in there, or kind of a medium gray, I guess, for the wolf pattern. And you can see where everything plugs into his back. And yeah, just a very good figure overall. Getting the most out of their molds using that Snow Job body. Of course, as I always say, Snow Serpent isn't just the figure. He also is all of his accessories. And there are a lot of them to go through. I've got a pile right here. So let's just dig right into it. Starting with his backpack, which, if you aren't familiar, this backpack, and we might as well just pull this in here as well, this rocket launcher are reused from Bazooka, which makes perfectly good sense. Very good choice. And I'm loving it because he also comes with 3, I believe, of these missiles. And of course, if you're not familiar, you can just put these missiles, actually, I think they go in this way. Yes. They snap right in, or alternatively, you can take the missile and you can actually place it inside the bazooka, which, you know, novel concept. Helps if you put it in the right end, though. There we go. Fits in just like that. Looks perfect. Love it. And then you have the opening on the back end. Of course, you can sling this over his shoulder, and we will accessorize him later. But like I said, he comes with 3 missiles. And just to keep going here, what is this? Okay, I have this little piece that I have no earthly idea what it is. I don't think is it the back cap of, it's the back cap of the bazooka. That's what it is. There we go. And then it should just snap in place like that. There we go. It's for loading. So you're supposed to pull this open, slide the missile in, close it, and be on your merry way of blowing up G.I. Joes. So there we go. Moving on, we do have a few weapons. We'll start with the smallest one I have right here, which is the a very small knife, which I'm not even sure where that goes on the figure, so probably missed it during my initial review. I feel like I can hear somebody on the interwebs screaming, "It goes right there, you fool." And they wouldn't be wrong, but I don't see where this goes. I thought for sure it would go somewhere up here, but I am not seeing an area. I will get back to where this knife goes. So anyway, it's just a small knife, cast in black. Nothing too exciting. He does come with a few different weapons. We'll start with his pair of pistols. He has 2 of them. 2 pistols there, and we'll zoom in so you can see those a little better. Again, just cast in black, but they do have openings in the end so you can put blast effects in them, which is very cool. And we already know those go on these side holsters. And at the end of near the end of the video, I will fully accessorize the Snow Serpent. Moving forward, he does come with 2 different assault rifles. And I have to figure out which clip goes with which one. There we go. So he comes with this smaller, I'm going to call it submachine gun. And again, just cast all in black, does have an opening on the end, and does have a straight clip that feeds directly into like that. And I believe this is the gun the original figure came with, but drop me a comment if I'm wrong. Looks very good. Cast in all black. Casting these in all black works very well with a figure that's mostly white. And then, of course, he comes with a larger assault rifle, which also comes with a clip that I'm trying not to drop. So there's that larger one. It's got a grenade launcher on the bottom. Looks slightly futuristic, which is very cool. Of course, you can just pop that clip right on in. Banana style clip. And I thought this might extend, but it doesn't. It's just made to look that way. But again, very cool. And again, cast in all black with an opening on the top and the bottom. Very cool. Finally, guess not finally, we still have quite a few accessories. We do have a pair of snowshoes or snow boots cast in a whitish gray to match the figure himself. And there you go. You can see the tops and the bottoms here. And these are the same ones that came with Snow Job, just cast in this whitish gray color. Then he comes with his snowboard, which this does not turn. I thought these actually turn, but they're actually just slightly off. That's probably the correct way to. I know nothing about, despite living in a state with the Rockies and everybody snowboards or skis, I am not a huge fan myself. Oh, now that's cool. I did not know that was on the bottom. Very cool. We have that same logo right there. Man, that's cool. I like the digital camo on the bottom as well. Very good, Hasbro. I am very much enjoying that. And then, of course, you have the Cobra logo. Of course, he has his goggles. They are cast in black with a slight dark blue. Not quite the same dark. Actually, they're pretty close to the navy that's on the jacket. It's kind of hard to see it right now, but it is blue visor. And then finally, we get the crazy wolf headdress and the back cape, I guess we would call it, in this different shades of gray. And, you know, the original Cobra figure, I don't remember if the a Real American Hero version came with this, but I believe they did put this on the modern era. It's hard to remember. Maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm misremembering. But as you can see, it just pegs into the back. And then this crazy thing sits right on top. This is... I tell you what, you could do some kit bashing and make some crazy hunter character. Like, for some reason, Kraven the Hunter pops in my head when I look at this. But man, it's really cool. So, with that being said, I'm going to get him accessorized. We're going to see how much of these accessories he can actually hold. And then we'll cut back and we'll do some final thoughts on this figure. Okay, I decided to go with a more classic look to the Snow Serpent. Geared him up with as much as I could. He still has a few things, obviously, that won't fit on him. His snowboard, the knife, still couldn't figure out where the knife went. And he's not wearing his headdress or cape. but I'll make sure to throw up a side-by-side so you guys can see what that looks like. But yeah, he is looking pretty cool, pretty menacing. I do like the way the goggles fit on his head and how they fit across right over those earpieces. I think that looks very good. Looking very menacing. Gave him both guns. You can see, since he is like bazooka, the missile launcher straps onto his back as such, and there's where all 4 of the missiles go. And yeah, just looking very, very good. Of course, if we move down a little bit, you can see the snowshoes. Did have a hard time getting that peg into that back foot. Seems to have a little bit of an issue, but the left foot stayed on very well. But yeah, he is looking very, very ready for his surroundings, ready to go hunt down Snowjob and the rest of the G.I. Joe team in any winter environment. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums him up for a figure overall. Is it worth picking up? Absolutely, especially if you're a fan of the Snow Serpents, or if you're a fan of troop building. Now, this would be a little bit more expensive to troop build. Apologize, had to take another drink of coffee. Would be a little more to troop build this particular figure. They are $35 on Hasbro Pulse right now. I believe you can still get those. I believe they're still available. But yeah, overall, great figure. But drop me a comment down below, and while you're at it, leave a like, because that really helps out my channel. And let me know, is this a figure that you wanted to pick up? What do you think of this review? Has it swayed you one way or the other on picking up this figure? Because I think it's definitely worth picking up. Not going to troop build him. Like I said, still not a huge fan of Arctic good guys or bad guys overall. At least I don't tend to troop build them. But definitely a cool figure. Pun intended. I'm Mark. You've been watching Coffee with Toys, and I will see you later.